Oh, frog in my throat. Welcome to Normal America Show. Host her up new State of the Union. Yeah, it'll probably be a boring show for me because just to let you know what to expect here, I'm not going to talk a lot during the State of the Union, and it'll be an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. So it'll be a lot of just me going. I'll explain why. Nonetheless, I hope you had a fantastic day. My day was quite good. Went grocery shopping with the wife. My wife is an absolute incredible woman. She's truly remarkable. She's beautiful. I love her. She's an excellent mom. But she has a unique skill that it's Avengers level. Like my wife has a skill that you would not believe. And it really shines at the grocery store Aldi's. What she could do is you could have a cart full of groceries and you'd be like, it'll take 12 bags, right? To get all of those groceries in bags. And she could do it in like 4. I've never seen anything like it. There's no space. It's perfect. And it's not like it takes her a long time. I don't know. It's truly a remarkable skill. I don't think she's that good at like when you're packing a car or a suitcase or anything like that. She's okay. But for whatever reason, the grocery bags, my goodness. Very impressive. I have a human interest story. I was going to tell on the extravaganza today, but unfortunately, we weren't able to do the show today. Oh, you got one of the glue stakes? Oh, boy. Yeah, you don't want that. I keep trying. They have this. It looks good. It's like big salmon steaks. My wife hates salmon, though. So I'm always, one of these days, I'll just buy it and cook it myself. And I'll do a terrible job, but it was good. It was fun. And then, believe it or not, I see the aforementioned blaster bud there. For the first time in a long time, me and my son Hank had a lot of dinosaur battles downstairs today with the dinosaur battle game. I think he won like 7-2. He was crushing me. It was a pretty sobering beatdown. Like look, it's a little unfair. He gets to pick his card and I have to randomly choose mine. So, but you know. Anyways, we got a show for you tonight. State of the Union's supposed to start at 9:00, so we're gonna watch that. I don't know if I should save my human interest story for tomorrow. I think I will. In case I do the extravaganza tomorrow, I think I'll save it. It's a good one. I'll just let you know. I don't use the word hero lightly. But I think I'm a hero. I think I did something that is truly remarkable. I don't know. And I like to think that if the world knew about it, my stock would. So I'm going to tell the world about it. But maybe not tonight. We're doing State of the Union stuff. Yeah, so I'm up here in my second floor of my attic covering the State of the Union. Now, here's some things to talk about covering the State of the Union. First off, it's supposed to start in 20 minutes. Sometimes it starts a little late, so bear with it. In the past, I've had videos taken down. Now, I ain't watching the State of the People's garbage speech. Pshwa. So, I've had videos taken down trying to cover speeches like this, so if it takes it down, it takes it down. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't know. You would think that it's public news, the State of the Union. We're going to try to use the C-SPAN feed, hoping that that's a little more generous. Now, here's my feelings on covering live events where people are talking. A lot of people, there's multiple ways you could do it. I've tried it several ways. And I got to be honest, I'm just not a fan. But tonight, I got nothing else going on anyways, and It's at 9 o'clock, and I usually stream by 10, and it'll go into that. So I figured, what the hey, we'll try it out. The one way you could do it is pause and then commentate. But the problem with that is no one wants to do that, because by the time, if I would do that, it'll take us 5 hours to go through the State of the Union. You might as well just wait until it's over and do that, right? People want to see what's going on live. Or you could try to talk over, but that's a big mistake, at least for me. Some people like that, but I kind of want to hear what the people speaking are saying. So, like, if I'm covering a live debate, like a presidential debate, I don't like to say much. I like to just listen and be like, nah, give a little bit here or there. But I don't want to really talk much over the people that are talking. So, as such, I'm going to settle on position 3, which is say very little during the speech itself. Which is probably a mistake. Normally what I like to do is not stream these and just tweet about it the whole time. And then that gives me sort of a roadmap for when I later talk about it. Was like, I could just go through my tweets and see what I was thinking in real time. So, but I'll tell you a little what to expect, and then we'll watch the State of the Union together. I don't know. If we get to $200 in the next 10 minutes before the State of the Union, I'll share you my human interest story about me being a hero. I even have some visual aids. Just going to say.
At $500, can we get last year's State of the Union and you just do that at speed run? Like as fast as you can?
No. I will not show anyone my penis either. You rotten bastard.
But Rob, show me your penis!
No. Yeah, see, I saw someone said, Trump should just come out and be like, look, I'm sort of obligated to do this speech. The State of the Union is, don't you all worry about it, Congress. You don't do a fucking thing anyway, so I'm out. I'll talk to the American people some other day. Well, if you want to hear my story arc, we got to get to $200. It's a real good one, too. I'm telling you, when you hear what I did, you're going to be like, damn. I thought Rob was an interesting commentator, but a hero. Really went above and beyond today. I thought, Yeah, I don't know, Imaginarium. I'd have to look into the history of why it became sort of a constitutional requirement. Just checking. So, I'll be watching it with you. I think it'll be fun. What to expect? So, from Trump's speech itself, like the sort of substance of the speech, the goal of Trump should be to highlight the positives that he's had. On the economy, he should spend a lot of time with the economy. He should spend a lot of time talking about the dangerous criminals that have been deported, now the border's being secured. He'll probably talk about the successes he had in things like how fast the Venezuelan operation was. He'll talk about, like, spending that they thought they had, doing better, etc. He's going to announce some plans. They always do this. Things coming up that they're going to try to do in the next 3 months or so. He'll say something about healthcare. But what he should do is focus particularly on the economic gains. And he should also focus on sort of the lack of action of Congress and helping him achieve those. I believe he'll focus heavily on tariffs and how that he was going to send a check to every person. So I think that you'll see that. I don't think aliens will come up, in my opinion. We'll see, maybe. Then there'll be the human interest stories, right? Where the hockey team's here. Here's some survivors. Some angel moms are here. Talk about the dangers of some of these bad illegals. He'll talk about Iran and the necessity to get them in line. So, the real interesting thing in this particular State of the Union, more than most time, is going to be the performative nature of the audience. I think there's going to be more shenanigans. He should talk about Charlie Kirk. How could I forget? And the violence that we see, political violence, violence against ICE agents. So I think the real story is going to be the shenanigans from the people watching. There will be illegals in the audience, and they'll be screaming and hollering when Trump talks about deportation. There's going to be Epstein survivors in the audience, and there will be screaming and hollering about that. Parts of his speech will be interrupted with people screaming about Epstein. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It may get to the point where people are asked to leave. It'll be that performative. But I anticipate, I would put that they'll have to usher out at least one Democrat for yelling and screaming. So we'll see what happens. Now, I'm surprised. The Democrat State of the Union was before. Normally, they do a response video afterwards. Are they doing multiple? They're going to do a response video afterwards? I don't know. Well, look, it looks like we're going to fall short of our human interest story. It was a good one. You'll have to wait. We'll have to wait some other day. Visual aids and everything. What can I say? But that's my outside prediction. Thanks, Ben Lana, dear. Appreciate it. My outside prediction is someone will be escorted out. A Democrat will be escorted out. Blasterbot $10 says, I, for one, can't wait to hear about the state of Utah Raptor. It's going to be neat. Oh, of course. Let's have Blasterbot up there. We're going to give an hour and a half presentation on the state of the Utah Raptor. Our friend Blasterbot has a lot to say. Dean Jacobs, thanks for the membership. A full year, man. Appreciate it. Used to love Spawn, man. I love the Spawn comic books. Naughty Germ, as always, $5, man. My goodness. I have to go to the restroom. So let's just do a little I don't know. What can we play while I'm in the restroom? We'll just do
This is the robnoerr Show.
Fine, I'll be right back.
The Noor Rob
Give me a
Show. This is my favorite show because it is my show. If this was your show, you'd probably like it more. But maybe that's just because it was your show, but it's not your show. It's the robnoerr Show. This is the robnoerr Show. It's not the Noor Rob Show. This is my favorite show because it is my show. If this was your show, you'd probably like it more. But maybe that's just because it was your show, but it's not your show. It's the robnoerr Show. Who rules the waves when the black flags fly? The Noah runs, the Noah runs. Let the cowards cry. From iron-bound decks to the storm-split foam, they carve their names where the wild winds roam. Brain sharp as blades, fists hard as stone. Every sea they sail, they claim as their own. Oh, the Norans rise, hear the ocean roar. Based as fuck, we're back for more. Smart and savage, tough as nails. No tyrants shout. The Norrons laugh and shut them out. No chains hold fast, no threats take root. They don't take shit, never have, that's truth. All the Norrons rise, stealing our grin. Best damn crew that's ever been. Mind and muscle, bone and gale, clear the way, the Norrons sail. Let the weak men talk, let the liars scheme. The Norrons move like a waking dream. If you bar the road or block the tide, you'll learn real fast to step aside. Who's the best crew in all the land? The Norrons. Who stands tall, who makes their stand? The Norrons. Smart and tough, based as fuck. Move or fall, the Norrons come! Oh, the Norrons rise, hear the ocean roar. No gods, no chains, no fear anymore. Through storm and fire, wind and waves, the Norrons rule the waves. No gods, no chains, no fear anymore.
Sorry about that.
The Norrons.
My dog was also barking. He got left out of the bedroom. You ready for this? What is this shit? Oh. I was saying, I don't know if you heard me. I said, sorry, my dog was left out of the bedroom. Not impressed. So let's get the screen up. Just.
Neil Gorsuch and Amy Coney Barrett are not in the president's good graces right now. I think they'll still want to sit there and listen.
We'll mute that for now. And there it is. It's up. Look at Chuck Schumer. Doesn't Chuck Schumer look like a little like he looks like. Did you ever see like the Cleveland Browns old mascot, the Brownie? Like Chuck Schumer looks like a little gremlin that's gonna steal your kid's candy or some shit. Chair State of the Union, yeah. Why not? Oh my goodness, Wade Boggs donated 100. Thank you so much. Maybe we could address the wheel before the State of the Union's addressed. Halfway there, chat. Who's got the other hundo? Oh, FDNY, $5. It's chair fare. Baxter boy, $5. Thank you so much. Of course, a lot of crazy stories going on. Is there anything I'm hoping to hear from Trump? I want to hear him set the stage on what he's done well, the economics, and I want to hear him set the stage on sort of corruption and sort of the silence on how much violence or the calls for violence that we've seen from the left. That's what I would like to see. Incident after incident of violent actions that we've seen against ICE, against people on the left, etc. I also would love to hear him talk about actual corruption in like the Somalian cases and NGOs. Those are the things I really want to hear him focus on. Oh, man. What's up, Roberts? But I don't know. I always have mixed feelings about when these things occur, about streaming them. Part of me, I'm excited to watch. I am. But it's like, I like talking, but I don't want to just talk over the State of the Union. So I'll try to keep it sparse. These ladies look happy. J.D. Vance, Mike Johnson. You want him here to tell off Jewish people? Leave Jewish folks alone. The Hughes brothers just won the cup, damn it. Leave them alone. I did see this guy though. Like of all the stories I wanted to cover, there's the Rupert Lowe, like releasing some of the grooming gang inquiry there from the UK. That's brutal. This story in New York where these people were smacking police officers with snowballs and shit like that, and sort of everyone just like, oh, all of the fallout from like the Mexico situation. There's a lot of big stories going on. But State of the Union, you know? There's this guy, Tyler Oliveria. Do you guys know him? He's not a big fan of the Jewish folk, I don't think. He does a lot of videos about them, from what I gather. I'd never heard of him until today. Now, the reason that it piqued my interest, he was talking about Lakeview, New Jersey. And I know that town. I know Lakeview. Because my father-in-law used to drive through Lakeview all the time. He's an over-the-road trucker. He drives oversized houses. And my wife used to escort drive. So they would go through there a lot. And Lakeview, they called it Jewtown because there's a lot of Hasidic Jewish people that live there. And it's a really crazy thing. Like, yeah, you're like, wow. It's like most of the town's like Hasidic Jewish. I didn't give a shit. It's not like I had a bad time there. But it is different. It's like, there it is. Right in the middle. Like, you know, right in Jersey there. It's interesting. So I saw him like doing a video on it. I was like, oh, look at that. Lakeview. You thought I was doing prep for a debate today? No. Must have misheard me. I don't think. Maybe it's Lakewood. Maybe that's it. Yeah. All right. Let's turn on the volume and see what's up.
Cabinet.
Here we go. Now maybe we can glean
Figure out
who the designated survivor is.
we knew Secretary
Marco Rubio.
Marco!
Andy DeSantis, Treasury.
Marco's been pretty damn good,
Okay,
hasn't he?
you're going to mark the list? Okay.
Okay.
We'll let
Yeah, what'd I
you
say?
let
Lakeview.
them
It's
mark.
Lakewood.
You see
it's
Mr.
good.
Hegseth, defense.
We just go to
Department
Jewtown,
of
so.
War.
Oh, I think I see
And
Bondi.
Pam Bondi.
Well, those are the big ones. Not having them in the room would be very.
Yeah, the four, RFK Jr.,
RFK.
Health and
Secretary
Human Services.
Turner.
Secretary
Oh, there's Lori
Turner, HUD.
Chavez Ramirez.
We're
Yeah,
going
a
to
little
mute
bit
this.
of controversy.
I don't really care who the designated survivor is. I mean, I guess I would if, you know. I don't know black conservative perspective, unfortunately. Sorry. Oh, you thought today was the no prep debate, not me prepping for a debate. No. That's Thursday. Is going to be the no prep debate. What is today? Today's not Thursday. Today's Tuesday, I believe, right? I hope. Who the heck knows? Yeah, we're going with Tuesday. Yeah, it's a good channel. Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, he's just the permanent designated survivor. But it's his character from Lost Boys, you know. He has to be a vampire president if it ever comes down to it. I'll take that trade. So I'll make my decision on how much I want to talk. I say I won't talk much, then I probably will. Who is designated? Look, Max, that's where they had me. That's why I wasn't allowed there. The extravaganza, they didn't do it today because people were busy. So. I was available, but everyone was busy. So I don't know if it was Jake or if it was Mystery, but the team just let me know, hey, we're going to take today off. So. And as far as I know, Andrew's still traveling. So. Let's imagine what they're saying. What do you think? Hey, man, what do you think, man? Oh, yeah. Can't wait for afterwards. Yeah, it's like a White Castle. Ah, White Castle is the best. Yeah, no shit. RFK's like, yeah, eat healthy. Trans fats are shit. Oh, yeah, I hate pharma. Good work. Yeah. Well, then it wasn't Jake if he was streaming. Must have been Mystery. I'm telling you, my outside prediction. Yeah, sure, I'll talk to anyone, man. My outside prediction is someone gets escorted out. I'll put it at a 75% chance someone gets escorted out, and a 50% chance there's a separate incident where someone gets escorted again. How about that? Who else is giving you those odds? They're all whispering, "Hail Israel." Quiet. I'm trying to get a contract. You guys are hurting my chances. Yeah, Barron Trump, he's like fucking 10 feet tall. Lonnie is still beautiful. Her hair always looks very good. Of course, everyone's hair looks good when you're bald like me. Ooh, I like this guy in the back with the big beard, with the glasses on his head. Who's that? Give him a shot at the mic. He looks like he has something to say. I never noticed how much taller Eric is than Don Jr. You bet Trump says the T word in his speech? No. He is not going to talk about that shit. The courts have already...
Tariff.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna talk about how good tariffs were and how it would have resulted in Americans getting more of a paycheck, and it's bringing manufacturing into the United States, and Congress won't do anything, but he's gonna find other ways to go about it. That'll definitely happen. I mean, tariffs are a big part of his agenda. He's gonna talk about it, after the court overruled on him. The old bat with blue hair? I don't know. Yeah, there's a good chance we'll get a sad story of a kid that Democrats refused to. Do you think they'll boo the hockey team? Oh, man, they're so bad. Al Green, yeah, that's a good candidate. 2 for 2, yeah. Mike Johnson. That guy looks like his eye, like a character creator, but his eyes were too low on the forehead and his nose was too high. Now, again, I'm not saying that he's more handsome than me. I look like a character creator that they maxed out like 100% on cheek fatness. But look at this guy. We should just do the whole thing with no volume. Just see if we guess what's going on. Zen's forehead, that's disgusting. However, I have a story about that. My local college here, where I got my undergrad, the musical artist Kesha, or K$HA, showed up once and she threw condoms out to the crowd that had pins in them. Like with like her album name or some shit. It was absurd. All right, here we go. Let's turn the volume on. Hear the applause. Or boos. Hey! I'll pause it a little here, or mute it. I do hate the performative nature of this. I really do. And it's from both sides. I hate to be a both sides. Or you have to clap for everything if the president's on your side. And no matter how good what they're saying is, you have to sit on your hands if you're on the opposing side. And it takes so long to get through because of the overwhelming amounts of applause and shit like that usually. It really does. It feels so phony. Even if it's a good speech, it ends up feeling phony. So, like, what are you really trying to say here? Like, hey, I just want to say thanks so much, but it's like, great job, right? Like, the dude's gonna stop taking selfies. Let him get up there. He's got a speech to deliver. Come on. Come on. I wonder how many Diet Cokes and, like, McDonald's burgers he's hopped up on right now. I would have loved to have seen the cocktail they were giving Joe Biden before he went out there. I hope he mentions political violence to Charlie Kirk. Or a little static in the hair. His hair's getting a little wispy. Oh, look at that. Sucking up to the justices. Where's Clarence? Trump should mention GTA 6. As president, I've issued an executive order. Grand Theft Auto 6 will be out next month. Oh, someone raided. Thank you to whoever raided. Raiders, welcome. If Republicans win, we promise to make all downloadable content free for GTA 6, and marijuana will be legalized. All of a sudden, the young vote's back on, you know. Rhetorically defective. My goodness, how are you doing, sir? Always appreciate you. Thanks so much, man. The RD's rating. All right, there we go. We ready? Now, like I said, I don't know how much I'll talk during this. I'll fill it out. You guys want to hear Trump, not me, probably. Or maybe you do want to hear me. Man. You know, this shirt I'm wearing isn't doing me any favors as a fat guy. It looks flesh-colored enough to look like I'm just some fat, shirtless guy. Yeah, if they had a gay parade, we promise they will not be allowed to make the paraders invincible. There's a weird cut there.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Ooh, signs. Yeah, there'll be some Epstein signs. I'm telling you, my prediction is at least one person will be kicked out, one Democrat, maybe two. USA, USA. There we go already. Democrats like, USA, isn't that evil country? We don't care for that place. Didn't China win a gold medal?
Thank you very much, everybody. It's really an honor. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
Do you think they coordinated the colors of their ties? I bet they did. Damn, it's Baron tall.
Second Lady of the United States.
Oh, see, JD was the first to pop up. Smart. He knows. Trump didn't say her name. He probably can't pronounce it. It's unfortunate.
Members of Congress and my fellow Americans.
That's
Our
us.
nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Hey! Hope he just talks about hockey for an hour and a half. Here's our plan going forward.
When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Would I be allowed, if I was in Congress, to be like, yeah, I have a herniated disc. Yeah, be Greenland for hockey practices. There we go, Al Green, get out! Oh, he's being escorted out already?
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going
Ding, ding,
back.
ding!
Today, our border is secure.
Hey! He's just trying to get the early bird special with you.
Thank you. Today, our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
I want to see Al Green come back in with like a big handlebar mustache and sit down in the back.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
So as far as the content of what he said so far, it's fine. I'm going to be honest, doesn't this feel lower energy than in the past? He doesn't feel like
In the
as
past
energetic
9
as I've
months,
seen him.
0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States. But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country. The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year. And last year, the murder rate saw its
Someone throws a
single largest
$500 dono.
decline
I'll stand and clap every
in
time they
recorded
do.
history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years. Year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%.
Yeah, I mean, it's inflation numbers have been better than expected. Certainly true. Again, you have to sell it to the people, though. Some, they can feel it,
Which
some.
reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states. Under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster. It is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
I need to move to Iowa, man. Pennsylvania has one of the highest gas taxes, so it's still like relatively high here, but it has gotten better.
Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year. And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem while at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both.
I think gas is like maybe $2.89.
And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that, 1 year. Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans. They're all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
We'll see what happens with those commitments. The stock market, what I'll say about that, remember when he announced tariffs and the stock market went way down and the Democrats' hair was on fire? Well, they don't have much all to say about it now, but I don't put a lot of stock.
$1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes. A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world, the hottest.
Well, I mean, it's cold where I'm at.
As thousands of new businesses are forming and factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
We did it for the oil!
American natural gas production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill. More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Yeah, that is a good focus. His team needs to do a better job of explaining why that's important. The net job growth doesn't look that great, but that's because we've taken so many away from the public sector.
We ended DEI in America.
They just changed the name in many places. I mean, it's good that Trump's trying, but...
We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
Get a job, sir! That's right. Food stamps shouldn't be a way of life. It should
And
be a
for all of
temporary
these
emergency
reasons,
measure.
I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong. Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it.
Now he's getting a
People
little
are
energy.
asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on.
Hey! Yeah! Hey! Show the Democrats! Show those pieces of shit! Show them! Yeah! Who gives a shit about the rest of the speech? Hockey, motherfucker! Yes! Show those shithead Democrats! Come on! Can we get a small cam of Canada pouting right now? Yes! This cameraman's doing a bad job. We want to see what the Democrats are doing. Yeah! That's right. Eat shit, Canada! That's right. It's all my Canadian folks.
Go
Look,
ahead.
it looks like the Democrats are overstanding. Good for them. I tip my cap to them. If that's what's going on, it's hard to see from the campaign. For real. Hey, yeah! Some of the Democrats are standing. For real. I'll tip my cap. I thought it'd be easy for them to be morose. Some of them were sitting down, but good stuff. Yeah, Mr. E took a day off for mental health for Canada's hockey team.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
Yeah! Oh, they're the ones that didn't stand up for the men, stood up for the women. I like that the men are not very enthusiastic about the women's team.
They were in the Oval Office before. And I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I'd never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah! looks like, I don't know, he looks like he'd be a movie star, right? He did crush it, though. Look, I give it up. Eric Bana. That's it. Yeah, that's who he looks like.
46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. Do you practice that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case, my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12, it's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Yes! Look at that! By the way, Trump said his best when he's like lighthearted riffing, right? Where he's like, "Did you practice?" Ah, he wouldn't answer. Like that shit. That's good. What a feel-good story. Pretty badass, man. And it's awesome that because Jack Hughes got all the attention, but it was Connor's game.
Very great, the best. And I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no. And every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
Look at that. They should just give out special, like, Canada Sucks awards, too, right? Everyone gets a Canada Sucks award. I do have to give credit to the Democrats that stood for that. I know there are some that didn't.
I'm
They
also
suck.
pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles.
I did not know that the Summer Olympics was in LA. Doesn't America have the winter in 2034, I think?
And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country. And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place. Now I've got them because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
What's that, soccer? It's a big deal, I guess.
So this will be a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
Yeah! Look at him! That's fucking cool, man. Amazing. Now, was it that guy or the guy next to Melania? It must be that guy, huh? That guy's
So,
going to be
buddy, you're a
100?
brave man, and we
Shit, he
salute
looks
you.
good.
Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense
That's
heartache,
amazing.
the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission. A young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Badass. We're not going to show the guy? This camera work sucks. The speech has been okay. There we go. Fine. Oh, that must be the young woman you see, too. Look at that.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate.
What a boss, man. You can tell the girl's nervous. She's pretty cool of him trying to, like,
And
cheer her up.
Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
I gotta say, the substance of the speech at the beginning, the energy was low, and it's like, it's okay. But they've done a good
I'd like
job
to
of
have the
front-loading it with
military
people
aid
that are
please come
universally
down.
awesome people.
And take care of the service, military aid. Thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much. From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
In this house, that stash is a hero.
And they're really doing it for the next generation.
Quiet, Bob.
But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
If he gives like an award to the guy with Tourette's that yelled at BAFTA, I think the whole room will light up.
All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts.
Hey, the Democrats get up and cheer for something.
They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we held strong, and with the great,
Shimmer,
big,
it's so
beautiful
funny looking.
bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
All right. I agree. Standing and clapping is an order.
Recently in Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
Yeah. Dude, the no tax on overtime.
Megan,
would've-
please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan.
Yeah, the camera people suck here.
Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it. I did not name that. Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the 3rd row. Nice man, a good man. Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6.25 billion to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children. They're great people. When I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that. But I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad. So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to trumpaccounts.gov, trumpaccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started. And now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs. I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly. You all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth, and the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that
Schumer
I,
there.
as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful country-saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace-protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries
Notice
will,
the
like
Republicans
in the
haven't been
past,
cheering a lot here, right?
substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think that we're likely to see that day anytime soon, where the income tax is ended. I could dream, but I don't think tariffs would be enough to do
Moving
it. You probably
forward,
need more of a flat
factories,
tax.
Jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America. For decades before I came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murders, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
Get him, McKee. He is right. This inflation was insane under the Democrats.
Were a lie.
The border was crazy.
They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward. The price of eggs is down 60%. Madam Secretary, thank you. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while. We're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people.
That's right.
With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great health care plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost.
We'll see. Obamacare sucks.
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal. Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened, and now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before. Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action, but I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere, the lowest price. So in my first year of the second term, should be my third term, but strange things happen. I took prescription drugs, a very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called trumprx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
I can't speak to healthcare. My situation's changed so much. I don't know.
Is the very first customer ever to get
Anecdotally, if it's
discount,
been much
and it is
more
big.
affordable.
Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged onto the TrumpRx website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500, a reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
This guy, this Jay Sharp guy is the sourest guy in the world.
So now I'm calling.
They could have won the gold medal 5-1 instead of
codify my
2-1.
most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing I'm not sure it matters because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric
That is
utility
true.
bills.
They are concerned.
Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory so that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country
That guy's
before.
pleased.
We have an old grid. It could never
Yes.
handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity. It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number
How about
of
some
years.
nuclear plants? Why
Another
don't we
pillar
start
of
building
the
them?
American dream that has been under attack is home ownership.
Now the cameraman's
With us
on it.
tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes. And now I'm asking Congress to make that ban permanent, because homes for people, really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Racel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon.
Who's Racel?
We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we
Camera
will always
people.
protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Yes! Get him! Now watch. 80% of the people clapping right now have done just that. Everyone in the room's like, this is bullshit.
They stood up for that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here?
Oh!
Doubt it. Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
Get him, Trump. I gotta say, this speech has grown on me. The trolling is good. Should have been my third term. Is Nancy's
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. there's been no more stunning example than Minnesota.
Yeah!
The members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
Get him, J.D. Get him, J.D.
We'll get it done. And if we're able to find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah.
Yeah, get him! Get him, JD! Kick in some doors.
Delilah Coleman was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up.
The CDL issue is insane. It really is.
Thank you.
Good for
Delilah.
her.
Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
Yeah! Fucking A. My family's, my in-laws are in the trucking business. About damn time.
Yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and really just brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life, violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you.
Yeah, the Republicans in Congress. Woo! They're doing a lot. You can criticize Trump all you want for not doing enough. What exactly have the Republicans done?
As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually. Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice, we'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans
Ukrainian
a chance to
flag
see
pin
clearly
sleeping.
what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislature to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Yes! Awesome part of the speech. Yes, not one Democrat stands. Yes! Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Excellent line from Trump there. The line of the night. Called him out. He should do that with every issue. And that is the most honest thing that's ever been done at one of these. That is absolutely the truth. They do not feel that they're there for American citizens over illegals. In fact, they feel the opposite way. There's one lady over there cheering.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act. To stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID. All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None. And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%. And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens. And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things, you almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John. And here is one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up. And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to
I missed
say
it. I'm
because
sorry.
It's going on all over numerous
What
states
happened?
without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree
What did
no
I miss?
state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about
Yeah, trans
We
kids.
must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
Someone, who do we trust in chat? What'd I miss? What's the highlight of what I missed? Let's write it down. 10:08.
Look, nobody stands up. These people
Detransitioners.
are crazy. I'm telling
Yeah!
you. They're crazy.
Yes! Get him!
Amazing. Incredible. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?
Clap for a detransitioner. Yeah! Okay, did the save X.
No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous, really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot. Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight, we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both, and Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
All right, so we got a detransitioner story. All right. Democrats like, I don't know. I'm not going to cheer for Melania. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Plush. They should leave Elon there. Leave her keep yelling. That's great. Great optics.
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
Please mention Charlie Kirk. Please, please.
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man. So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand. Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind.
Hey, the Dems got up for once.
We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime
Should have went
Democrat
harder with the Charlie
politicians
Kirk. Said
again
the Democrats
and
called him a
again.
fascist.
We are honored to be
Shut up.
joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zarutska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget. There were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal, set free to kill in America, came in through open borders. Mrs. Zarutska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
Look.
How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
He called him out again for not standing good. I wish he would have said, oh, and also he said, I got a white one, the killer. I wish he would have said that.
Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
Trump's always hyperbolic, though. We have almost no crime. I'm sure that's not true.
In
I think
fact,
the numbers are
crime
much
in
better, but
Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago.
really? I knew they were down, but that sounds crazy. That guy likes it. All right.
I don't like to hear that. One of sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation, she was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged, shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Eva Lee. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like it. So sorry. Thank you very much. A great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night, and she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone, but his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying, and after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melanie? She turned out to be right.
Kind of feel bad for the woman's family, huh?
Amazing, actually. I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much.
Am I allowed to applaud that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess. We'll applaud that.
So, Andrew, while you're
I'll have
up,
a nose whistle
now
if I
I'm
please.
going
Quiet
to
you.
ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart. We love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. In my first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared.
Still, I stopped the war, but it still proceeded. Come on, that's a bit funny. Even if you're a Trump supporter, admit it.
And I also want to thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
Get him, Marco! Marco looks like the most somber man in the world. Gave one of the best speeches I've ever heard in Europe there a couple weeks ago. Absolutely amazing. His stock's risen higher than anyone's in this administration, as far as I'm concerned.
People don't like you. You know, Marco got 100% of the votes when he was in confirmation. I think our next one was about 54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever.
I'm clapping for Ted
Under the
Cruz,
ceasefire
Israel.
negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that? Nobody thought it was possible.
Hey,
Nobody
good.
thought that was possible. Both living and dead.
It's a
and those
Fetterman in a
parents
suit? Get him,
who had a
John.
dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. That was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job. And we're working very hard to end the 9th war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president, would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
He's not the defense secretary,
For
C-SPAN. He's
decades,
the
it has been the
secretary of
policy of
war.
the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protests, 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective. So thanks to Republicans in Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces. Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason. Because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country.
Oh, look at Lindsey.
And NATO countries are
He's ready to write a
friends and
strongly
allies.
worded
They are.
letter.
They're our friends and they're our allies, have just agreed at my very strong request to pay 5% of GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't paying. We were paying for almost all of NATO. Now they're paying 5 as opposed to not paying 4. And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying the freight of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over
Sleeping
to
or on her phone?
Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. and every service member recently. And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776. You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things, a lot of money we have. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, what's the number? $1,775. I said, wait a minute, for $1 more, we can have $1,776. It's going to. I said, we're going to figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. $1 more, I said $1,776. And I said, that's good. And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it, so we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement. We love our firemen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also...
All right, Democrats like firemen. Yeah, fuck it. We can applaud firemen. Firemen, like, police get shit on. There are people that... No one dislikes firefighters.
We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January,
Again, I know it's the same at every State of the Union, but it's funny to watch, like, the Democrats look around like, are we standing for this?
One of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very impressive. They couldn't believe, they all watched, they saw what happened. This is a different fighting force than we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby, because we did that. My baby is becoming so important. And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice. And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person.
Wow.
Enrique, please come down.
Come on, cameraman. There's a good comment. Very good, Kirk.
Thank you, Enrique. Have a good time. Nice to have you back, Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook carrying, as you can imagine, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine gun stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, 2 machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. We probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out. The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing and People knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in.
What a boss! Oh, look at that guy. He looks like an ass kicker, doesn't he? All serious. Oh, they got the Medal of Honor for him? He is giant, isn't he? Looks like a fucking Chad.
So we have a surprise for Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
What a badass, man. You can tell it means a lot to him, too. Like, those badass military guys, like, look, I oftentimes criticize a lot of these military actions, but you can't deny what a fucking absolute badass.
Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg, we have it back, we brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there. Thank you.
There's something about, like, a soldier like that, like, you can tell cares so deeply about, like, his fellow soldiers and stuff. Like, you can just kind of see it oozing how proud he is to, like, poor guy probably needs to sit down. Yeah.
That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator, Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
Wow. That's amazing. Look at him. "100 years old." Yeah, he looks. He does look happy, doesn't he? Man, imagine doing all that, keeping it secret for 50 years, still living to be 100 years old and getting recognized. Truly amazing. Yeah, you're right, too. Those dog fights back in the day, what a hell. You know, unbelievable.
Thank you, Royce, and thank you, Eric. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it, but if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much, Eric. Thank you.
Honest to goodness, that is like when Trump has like the self-depreciating humor like that.
Thank you.
That's really one of his best qualities.
250 years is a long time in the life of a nation, but in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history. Two of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes and wide open plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies. And we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel. And then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture. And now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside, but that great betrayal is over and they will never be forgotten again, because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Let's see, are there going to be any Democrat shenanigans here at the end? Release the files, chant? Watch this a little more, and then I'll comment.
President, that was a home run.
Mr. President. Hey. All right.
Look, her phone matches her dress. Pretty impressive.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's rare you get to hear.
Great job.
Oh, good. Good. See you. Thank you.
Well done. God bless you. Great job. Good man.
Thank you.
Is this rare? I don't remember being able to hear.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Mr. President. Mr. President.
Thank you.
Best ever.
Mr. President. Oh, that's thank you.
Where you going, man?
There's Dan Muser, my boy. I'm actually chums with that guy right there, Pennsylvania Congressman Dan Muser. Good guy.
Honoring those veterans.
Luger.
Good.
I think you should take the rest of the day off.
I think we have to. We're going to have to. Thank you.
All right, guys.
You killed it.
Thank you, Virginia. Thank you.
It was amazing. It really was. Home run. Really a grand slam.
America loves you, Loss.
Thank you. It was amazing.
America loves you.
Oh, look at this guy. I like that tie. I want that tie. Give me that tie. Thank you.
Hey, take that. Put it on initial. Just an initial.
Thank you, Bob. I like that tie.
Is that Massey? Yeah, Massey's in the back.
Mr. President,
He sat in the Republican side too, which the rumor was he was going to be in the Democrat side. Glad to see that wasn't it.
They love the insider trading stuff.
Great guy. How's he doing? He's a youngster.
well done. He fell asleep a couple times.
You did amazing. You really did.
Great speech. Proud of you.
Great job, Mr. President. Thanks for your leadership. President, well done. God bless you.
It'd be funny if the cameras just follow him like all the way into his car. He's like, "Can we stop at McDonald's?
Got a big statement coming from you guys.
I need a Big Mac, Diet Coke."
Yes, sir. Love the finish. Home run hitter. Great job. Great job. Thank you, everybody. Great job. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
That was the best speech.
No, thank you very much.
You just speech I've ever heard.
Really, the best ever? That's a big statement. It's also the longest. Great job, Congratulations, also the longest. President. Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you. Still need to talk to you. Congratulations, Mr. President. Thank you.
I'm not eating on McDonald's. I have myself a double cheeseburger from time to time. I don't know if you can tell. All right. Wait.
Can we go out?
Stay just a couple more minutes. See.
The chair declares the joint session of the two houses now dissolved.
All right, that's probably. I'm not going to watch the rebuttal. Bah. What do you think? What'd you give the speech? I haven't seen any commentary. It's just my opinion. About a 2-hour speech. You clocked in for about an hour and 50 minutes. I would give the speech an A-. I think I would give it a B+ or an A-. So I'd give it about an 88 out of 100 is what I would give it. I thought it was pretty good. Now, there are things, it depends. In order to judge a speech, I think you first have to ask, what was the intended purpose of the speech? So for me personally, I would give it like 8 out of 10 hours, or like an 8 out of 10, right? Is what I would give it, because there's certain things I wanted him to say that he didn't. But for me, the most intended purpose of the State of the Union is to make the case to like average normie Americans that maybe this is one of only 2 political speeches they'll hear all year. So I'm going to give it like 88 out of 100. So like a B+ or an A- in that range. Because I think he made his case pretty good. I thought it started off low energy. It wasn't necessarily that what he was saying was bad, but it just felt, other State of the Unions I felt that I've seen him do started off more high energy. Now, he's older, that's true. And I was worried. I even said during the speech, I thought it was low energy. Now, I understand some people in the chat were saying, because you want to ramp it up. Yeah, but you don't want to start it too low. And I started a little low. So I knock off a little points for that. But he really hit his stride once the American hockey team came in. And I thought that he did a fantastic job from there. Now, the State of the Union's sort of cheating. Because even when Joe Biden or any, who I don't think, I thought Obama could deliver good speeches, good pre-written speeches. Obama gave some good State of the Unions. Arguably, Michelle Obama gave some better speeches than Barack Obama. But there's no denying there was talent there in the delivery and who the speechwriters were and what they were saying. There's no denying that. It's just the truth. But even someone who wasn't as good of a speaker, who they basically had to shoot up with a cocktail of drugs like Biden, when you're telling stories about the greatness of certain Americans or tragedies that have befallen certain Americans, you already have given yourself an added boost. I mean, I could give a hell of a speech talking about the greatness of a World War II veteran, and what a boss he is getting a Medal of Honor, and the American hockey team. I think that, so if you're honest, those things, if the purpose of the speech is to like make your case to the American people and make yourself seem more likable, State of the Union's usually a good opportunity for whoever the president is, because there's so many of those stories that you get to tell the American people, which is good. Right? Yeah, I did miss like 5 minutes. I'll go back and watch it. I wrote down the time. Don't worry. So, but I think that the couple things that I really give high marks for Trump for is that are sort of unique. He does the sort of, here's our plans for the future, and some of those are good. He outlines, here's how we've done better than the past administration, and that's pretty good. Right? But for me, the two things that really separate him is there's this thing that like Bill Maher talks about, which fuck Bill Maher in a lot of instances, but I think it's worth mentioning this. He says it to people all the time, like lefties that hate Trump. Like, Trump's kind of likable when you sit down with him. He kind of is. And the media and the Democrats are very good at just painting him like this monster. And Trump doesn't help himself because, that's the way it is. But when you see him in these speeches and like sort of how he riffs, he's like, hey, I'll give myself the Medal of Honor. I don't know what for, but seriously, it's an honor to be in a room with you guys. Or Melania gets the bipartisan stuff, more than me. I don't know why. Like, that stuff, it sort of makes him, like, human. And I think that's very good because one of the things with the State of the Union speech in particular, with every president, is it's so tight and pre-written. Trump has a way of talking, and I can understand if you watch him enough, it could be fucking annoying as shit. I get it. But Trump's always adding these little things, like off speech. Seriously, it was the greatest. He had so many bullets in the legs. Oh, man, the pain would have been searing. Like, he's adding those little things. And a lot of times when you're reading from a teleprompter, you're just reading from the teleprompter. Trump adds those little things, and it's like a trick, but it gives the impression like he means what he's saying a little. He's very good. He's a showman. And he comes across giving a good speech for those reasons. And I think he did a good job. And again, it has a lot to do with the writing of the speech. But I think a lot of it's him extemporaneously pointing out, like, these Democrats are sick. Look at them. Look at them. And the line of the speech for me was when he was like, can we all agree on this? Can we stand up if we agree on this? The job of us in politics here is to look out for the interests of the American citizens over illegal immigrants. And none of the Democrats stand up. I mean, that's the sort of campaign that Republicans and Trump needs to run on. That's it. That in a nutshell. Look, you might not think Trump's operating fast enough. You might think the Republicans are shit. You might think that there's all sorts of things they could do better. But that party over there, what you lived through during the Biden years with record inflation or near record inflation, with the mass surge of people at the border, that wasn't an aberration. That's who these motherfuckers are. They don't give a shit about you. They don't care. Now, from the Democrat perspective, if I'm steelmanning their position, it's, no, we didn't stand for that because it's a false dichotomy. We don't think that it's about either immigrants, illegal immigrants, or American citizens. We think we can be humane with all, and we think you've been monstrous. That's the position they're going to make. But it's hard to make that conversation to the American public. That image of, and the real simple, stand up if you care about American citizens first. Oh, you won't stand? It's smart speech writing. It's smart speech delivery. He didn't talk about ICE, which I wanted him to. If it was me, I wanted him to be like, these Democrats have put a target in the back of our ICE officers. We see violence almost every day. If I was him, I would have said with the Charlie Kirk stuff, like immediately upon his assassination, many of our Democratic colleagues couldn't wait to smear Charlie Kirk as a bigot, as a racist, as a fascist. And what's the result of that? We see violence still continuing. With the same rhetoric, now being directed against other people, being directed against ICE officers. But he didn't do that. And the question is, how divisive do you want to be? Perceptually, he wants to separate the Republicans from the Democrats, but do you want to go too far? I don't know. It's a fine dance. I think he should have brought up the assassination attempts against himself. A man just tried to break into Mar-a-Lago. 2 assassination attempts against him as he was running. And yet, the Democrats continue to spread the same vile rhetoric repeated by many of these killers about fascism and authoritarianism. So for me, I would have liked to have seen him mention those things. But I thought he hit a good mix of, he had great stories and great people to highlight. He had terrible tragedies to highlight. He several times pointed out, look, Democrats are the problem here. I thought it was pretty damn good. Like I said, an 88 out of 100. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good speech. I thought that it really tried to accomplish. Are there things that he said in there that are going to be fact-checked? Off the top of my head, when he's talking about, like, crimes down almost 100% in D.C., I'm sure that'll be fact-checked. Anytime he says immigration was the worst, now it's the most secure, that's going to be fact-checked. As always with Trump, I don't have the facts in front of me. Oftentimes, the specifics of what he's saying aren't necessarily true, but the directionality of it is. Edmund, what's your recommendation? What did you think it was? I said A minus B plus. What did you say? You tell me what you thought the speech was. I'm willing to hear other opinions. I'm not reading anyone else's opinions to make my own. I'm giving you unfettered what I think. Now, I think that what you're going to see is Democrats and the media go into overdrive, that he was so divisive, he's so horrible. It was all about dividing the country. That's what I think. And if you didn't watch the speech and you just open your New York Times or your Washington Post tomorrow or turn on Stephanopoulos or, CBS, ABC, NBC News, they're going to say it was terrible. It was a horrible speech. All the left-wing commentators out there are going to be, it was just lies and division. He didn't talk about the Epstein files. Terrible. He's got dementia. Maybe he mispronounced a word somewhere in there. I thought it was pretty good. So like I said, the Epstein. So some of the things I saw in the audience. A C because he didn't mention Epstein. I saw that, not to say, by the way, not insulting you, Notorious, but that's definitely going to be the left-wing talking point. And look, I'm not saying if you're not a left-winger, you shouldn't talk about things that are designed 100% purely to benefit the left. That's cool. If it's something you believe in, go for it. At this point, I'm not sure what people want. People have their mind made up about the Epstein stuff. I agree the way he initially handled it was terrible. There are now people trying to kill Trump, and they're posting because he's clearly a PDF protector, and still the people on the right don't get it. They still don't get it. We need to talk about more of that. More of it. More of it. More of it. More of it. Now there's a story today in NPR. It does not matter. If you have proof that the FBI is actively covering up PDFs and Trump is involved with that, please present it. I'm absolutely game. Absolutely game to see it. The woman that Ro Khanna brought to the speech tonight was allegedly a victim of Epstein. Terrible. She also said that she intentionally brought other girls, helped pay them and bring them into the island for money to be assaulted. Is that a hero? You could say, well, she was 16. She was a victim. Yeah, but at 16, if I was victimized, like if I'm robbed at gunpoint, I don't later go, yeah, I'll bring some other folks back to get robbed at gunpoint. Sounds good. Keep paying me. But that's where we're at. Anyone who alleges there's a victim is a victim. Everybody just accepts at face value. Yep, it had to be thousands of powerful people engaged in the most heinous crimes possible against children, and the Trump administration is covering it up. Maybe it's true. I don't know. I don't see the evidence. I don't see it. Pam Bondi personally deleted files of Netanyahu. You have pics of the before and after. I'm dubious to that claim. I'm dubious. What a mistake. They had proof that Netanyahu was somehow engaged in this, accidentally put it online, and then deleted it. I mean, I would love to see the before and after of that. I really would. Send it to my Discord. I'll do my best to cover it. I will. Seems shocking. I believe there are people that legitimately care about the Epstein files that aren't just left-wing hacks. I believe that. I have no problem believing that. And they're not wrong. The allegations are severe. What investigations? What investigations do you want to see? What crimes? What are even the crimes? I don't know. What are they? Well, they assaulting children. Where's the proof? Where are they looking? I'm honestly asking. People are just like, well, investigate the crime. What? The FBI tip line? Where people were just like, yeah, they used magic scimitars to cut my legs off, so they didn't believe. Investigate that. I just don't know. Like when I hear Thomas Massey say, well, there were co-conspirators. Okay. Well, what did that look like? What did the investigation? They just said, that guy did it. Fuck it. We're not going to invest. Is that what's being alleged? If so, yeah, that's fucked up. I don't know. I just don't know. I hear this shit. I think there's stuff in the files that show like all sorts of shady financial connection shit. Sure. I mean, to me, the thing that I think's provable from the files that we suspected, but now we just know, is like no one gives a fuck in Washington about this shit. This guy was arrested for like sex crimes with like a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old. Fuck it, I don't care. You want to come to my fundraising dinner? And it's fucked up. And it's fucked up how much power Epstein had, but I don't even know that it's illegal in most cases. But I swear to you, I'm open. Listen, if Donald Trump is intentionally protecting PDFs, may burn in fucking hellfire forever. If he engaged in it, the same. Remove him from office immediately, capital punishment. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it's every Republican. I didn't jump on the Me Too movement and say everyone accused is guilty here. I was like, now wait a minute. There seems to be a bit of hysteria. Why is it any different here? Just because the victims are allegedly children? Yeah, it's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. But what am I supposed to do? I just say, well, there must be something there. And if no one's going to jail, that proves. I don't know. And the Democrats didn't give a shit for 4 years. They're implicated more in some cases than Trump as far as relationships with Epstein, like Plaskett or Hakeem Jeffries. Well, that's been my argument for a long time, Kate Thomas. If there was evidence, the FBI would have deleted it for 20 years, basically. But I swear to you, I'm open. If someone's like, wants to come on and talk to me and like, here are the files that point, I don't even give a fuck if it's Trump. Here are the files that concern you the most about Trump, or I'm open to hear it. I really am. No joke. I brought on left-winger after left-winger. Oh, yeah, Trump did this shit. I'm like, oh, cool. Show me, like, where's the best evidence you're looking at? And basically what they're coming up with is like, well, the Tiffany Doe allegations. Yeah, we knew those since 2016. A woman hires Lisa Bloom, a famous, like, feminist, anti-Trump attorney, makes a bunch of salacious allegations about Trump, files a lawsuit, and then before they get to the nuts and bolts of discovery and deposing witnesses, she withdraws the lawsuit and says, I did it because I'm afraid. And that's it. Now those accusations are put out again, and it's like, aha! NPR writes a story today. They purposely didn't release accusations. Okay, well, Greg Price reports, if you look at the NPR story, like 8 paragraphs down, what it tells you is this woman filed a suit in 2019. She included pictures that she admitted she had to crop because she said there was other people in the picture that were victims, but it turns out the picture she cropped and tried to enter as evidence was literally just a famous public photo of Trump and Epstein that she tried to push off as like some new picture, and once more dropped the case. So I don't know. A lot of these alleged victims have made shit up in the past or changed their story. I don't know. But I know this. This is the Democrats' argument. I saw them in the chat. I could tell someone who actually means well, like Notorious. Like, seems like a dude that actually is concerned. Great. I don't have a problem with it. But you can see the Democrats in the chat that were here during it. Oh, look at all the PDF supporters. There you go. Didn't have shit all to say when the Democrats sat in the files for 4 years. Didn't have shit all to say when Epstein was basically giving sweetheart deals and left out for 8 years under the Obama administration. Now, other things that I saw people complaining about in the chat, worth talking about. Trump's not deporting enough people. Let's start with H-1Bs. Yeah, I agree. H-1Bs fucking suck. I think Trump needs to do much more on it. Yep. Should Trump be deporting more people? Yeah, I'd like to see it. However, on both of those issues, what am I comparing it against? Democrats? A hypothetical better Republican? I mean, we have net negative migration. You might say it's not fast enough. Maybe. But, I mean, I have a hard time being super fucking critical where it's like, look, they ain't gonna do it. There ain't nobody that's gonna do what I want, and that's get every motherfucking illegal out of the country. Sorry, I don't have a heart for it anymore. Fuck you, go. But this one did good. Then leave and reapply. And if you're really necessary to the country, maybe then we'll accept you. Otherwise, get the fuck out. It ain't gonna happen. I want the fucking FBI totally disbanded. Ain't gonna happen. So, I mean, on one hand, I get it. And I'm as fucking critical as Trump as anyone. But given that he has almost no support, even amongst his own party in Congress on these issues, I mean, it's hard for me. When it comes to migration, 2 years ago from today, what are you taking? And Trump's not perfect, and it might piss you off. Same with the Israel stuff. Look, do I think Trump's a fan of Israel? Yeah. Do I really give a shit? No. I give a shit that he's focused, in my opinion, way too much on foreign policy. I've mentioned that many times before. I think we need to focus more here. And I too get frustrated where I think, especially with Congress, but also with Trump, that, the neocons get what they want. The fucking Zionists get what they want. What about us populists? What are we getting? I get it. But if I'm being totally honest and I'm looking at sort of the first year of Trump, I mean, it's pretty good comparatively to what we've had the rest of my life. Economy's doing pretty good based on most metrics. It is. 4 years of Biden, your real wage growth went down about 1.1%. That's about what it's up 1 year of Trump. Maybe the AI bubble blows up and we're all fucked. Fine. I'll criticize the shit out of Trump when that happens. I don't know. So, for me, it's about things aren't perfect. It's something that I don't understand this. If I was a politician, like if I was Trump and I was giving this speech and I was talking about the economy, he's saying the right things, but you could just package it so much better. We saw some of the worst inflation in the history of this country under Joe Biden. Things they touted as gains were literally allowing the economy to reopen after they pushed for lockdowns in Democratic state after Democratic state. Most of those gains in jobs created were either jobs that went to the public sector or jobs that went to foreign-born people. And what about you, the American citizen? What about you? We asked them, do you care more about the American citizen than the illegal immigrant? Of course, none of them stood up. Of course. Do you think it's a surprise then? Then your fortunes went down over those 4 years? The fortunes of those illegals went way up. They're put in swanky hotel rooms. They're given benefits. Because that's the constituent of these Democrats. And that's why they work so hard for them under the Biden administration. I absolutely understand each and every one of you out there saying, I'm still struggling to pay my mortgage. I'm still struggling to pay my medical bills. I'm still struggling to buy groceries. We get it. Here's the gains we've made. It's not near enough. And I'll be damned if we're going to rest on our laurels. We're going to keep pushing harder and harder, not just to grow this economy, but also make sure that things are more affordable for each and every one of you. They've done a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Not just in the past 4 years, but let's be honest, as a whole, the priorities of leadership in this country over the past 30 years had more to do with benefiting international partners and wealthy people than the damn working class of this country, and it's going to take some time to reverse it. But damn it, we're on the right track. That's what I would say. You have to be honest. Yes, things aren't great. Things aren't perfect. We know there are people struggling. It's their fault. Here's what we're doing to make it better. That's the message that needs to go out there. Because it's true. Democrats could say, but look at that. Aren't you still struggling when you go get groceries? Yes. But things are getting much better under Trump. It's going to take time. So, having said that, I thought the speech was very good. I thought it hit a lot of high notes. I want to go back to the part I missed, though, if you all indulge me. I think it was right around here.
And you should be ashamed. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
They ought to be ashamed. Now, this is basically where I walked out. I got a phone call.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
There we go. We'll bump it up to an 89 out of 100.
To stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID.
He looks higher, like he was crying.
All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None. And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%. And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet
Yes.
they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Yeah. Agreed.
And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason.
Yeah.
They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things you almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John. And here is one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents.
It's
hard to believe, isn't it?
I mean, she definitely looks like
Before
a girl.
long,
So
a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up. And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we've been talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately. Look, nobody stands up. These people are crazy, I'm telling you. They're crazy.
This is where I came back. So yeah, what a crazy fucking story that is. I've never heard this story. But the court wouldn't give the parents back their daughter because they were like, oh, the daughter's a boy. It's your son. And so we're not going to give it back. So she ends up in an all-boys academy or assisted living or whatever transition. Crazy. Unbelievable. Trans shit's fucking ridiculous. I'm glad he brought it up. It brought up a human face to the story. You feel bad for that girl. The way they fucking brainwash these kids is unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Look, the tide's starting to turn. It doesn't mean that we've won. They're going to push that shit again. But the lawsuits are going to do a lot to help it. And I hope the doctors that willfully engage in this are sued out of their fucking minds. I really do. Fucking crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I'll give it an 89. That part that I missed there, pretty damn good. To the person asking for my Discord here. That's my Discord link. So, all in all, now let's see. I'll check X here to see if we see commentary. Fetterman shook hands with Trump. Just looking. You know, one of the things was he said the U.S. women's team will make it to the White House soon, which is funny if true because that's been a big. Another good part of the speech was when he talked about tax cuts, and Democrats stood up and clapped for voting against tax cuts. And this is a bit framing issue, but it was funny that Trump immediately was like, see, no tax on overtime, no tax on tips. They're for it. They want tax on overtimes and want tax on tips. Let's read some super chats. We'll take more of your commentary. FDNY, $5 is chair fare. Thank you. Greg Baxter Boy, $5. Robert Whaley, how you doing? 15 months. Chuck Schumer looks like the Mephisto painting. Let's see if we can find this. I assume you mean this one. I can see it. I think is this the one you mean? It's kind of funny. It kind of does look like that. That's funny. Good stuff. Then we got, where we at? Oops, sorry. Bumped a button. Call me GL. 6 months. Thanks. Says Chuck's Grilling Cheeseburgers for the Demon Rats. Yeah. Cheese on raw burgers. He's very good at that. Gorilla Biscuits. Thanks so much. $5 says, I was sincerely hoping you're going to do a chair stream instead of commentary. God bless you, Rob. Thank you. AJC, $10 says, I'll bet Trump says the T word in his speech. Well, I don't recall if he said it.
Tariff.
Oh, shit. You're right. Thomas O'Brien, 20 memberships. Thank you so much. Unreal. James, $20 says hazard pay for having to watch this. Thank you. Another new account, $5 says, I didn't hear about the Sage Bear case until now. Disgusting what Democrats did. I said they should be ashamed. But what's the point? Yeah, I'd never heard about it. Another new account, $5 says, seriously, anyone who doesn't know about Sage Blair, look it up right now. You don't hate Democrats enough. Crazy. For God in Texas, $5 says, badass dude, makes me tear up. Yeah, the Medal of Honor recipient that got his fucking, what an absolute boss. Kyle ran a mile, $2 says, long live the Empire. FDNY, $5 says, Jesus boys, where the donos? Also, I felt there was a lack of mention of immigration enforcement aside from the illegal truck drivers. Yeah, I'm sure that they discussed it and were like, we don't want to talk about ICE because it's divisive right now.
I was on, with the donos. Lack of donos, chat.
FDNY. Okay, we got that Baxter Boy, $5. Thank you again, man. Hellstrom, $5 says, Democrat politicians proclaiming his guilt without presenting a shred of evidence. Will be zero accountability despite inspiring 2 acts so far. Yeah. Agreed. Reverse massage, $5 says 10 out of 10. If progressives are going to sweep for their side, I'll do the same. F you, yeah. Blasterbot, $10 says 1 out of 10 speech. No mention of thagomizers or stegosaurus or anything like it. No ankylosaurus. Terrible. Rick Mensenbaum, $10 says, it seemed to me the main theme was American patriotism and reminding the citizenry of just where we came from and what our future could be if we get back in our American roots. I agree. That was definitely 250th anniversary, all these American heroes, America being on the golden age and path. Yeah, I agree. Hellstorm, again, $10 says, JE using codes to describe his efforts. Dropping 3 million code segments to 7 billion people. You're going to have 21 quadrillion possible solves. Notorious Tig, thanks so much. $10 says, not always here during live streams, but I watch a lot of your content. Keep ruthlessly taking these clowns to the dry cleaners. You're a good entertainer and great debater, not one step back. Thank you. Kyle ran about, $5 says, because Avarice told me to. Thank you. And Mr. B. It's the old laser Rob emoji. Thank you. Over on the Rumble side, thanks so much to Bacon Greaser. $10 to say seed, Democrats seed. Yeah, they're good at that, aren't they? Now, I see over on my Discord, a person posted the proof that Pam Bondi deleted info for Netanyahu. And at justin.gov, it says before, search full Epstein library, Netanyahu, 1 out of 692 results. And then after, 1 out of 639 results. Implication being, wow, they've deleted like some 50 files with Netanyahu. What were those files? Could it have been duplicate emails and things like that? Or do we jump to the conclusion Netanyahu committed heinous crimes with Jeffrey Epstein and Pam Bondi's actively deleting shit for that? Is that what we're jumping to the conclusion? Did anybody think?
Well, Rob, we're going to be jumping to conclusions.
Yeah. Did anybody think to actually, immediately look at those 692 files, seeing as how so many people think Netanyahu's the key linchpin to this? Has anyone said, here's one of the files that was deleted? I don't know. Another new account. Seriously, Rob, look up the case. She was abused. Perhaps another time. But yeah, it sounds terrible. Unreal. Hellstorm, $5 says fine, but I'm going to complain the whole time. Of course. It's all about respect. Yes. All right. Respect. what CNN said. Oh, so apparently the sign that Al Green was holding said, "Black people are apes." What? Is that really? Is that true? Is that what the sign was? Okay. What the fuck are we talking about? Okie dokie. Whoo. My goodness. I was a big fan of him going directly after the Somalian fraud, too. I thought that was good stuff. Here we got, this is apparently before the State of the Union. Murphy.
This is the moment. This is the reason that she came here to the United States, to speak truth to power, to explain the trials and tribulations that every immigrant, that every refugee goes through to get here, and to press this country to...
The border! I stuck in the border. Go Trump! Go Trump! Hey, Murphy, you're a scumbag.
Thanks, man.
I snuck in the border. That's funny. He calls him a scumbag. Looking at some of the other commentary here. Nothing. Not seeing anything interesting, really. I'll be interested to see, like CNN, they always do polling after the speech. So I'll be interested to see what those numbers come up with. The great unforced ego. $20 as I live in Virginia and I say, fuck Spanberger. I hear you. Unreal. So all in all, pretty good speech. A-. I give it. I thought it's inspiring too. We talked about this yesterday. Like, fucking, yeah, America. Right? Won the hockey gold medal. I'm tired of being morose and fucking shitty. Look, there's an awful lot of negative shit going on in the country and in the world. You know? And we'll talk about it damn near every night here on this channel. But when you hear those stories of like the great Americans, like that hero in Venezuela, I criticized that Venezuela strike. I did. But to watch an American like that, an absolute unit of a man, you know, receive the Medal of Honor for his courage, it's truly amazing. And to be fair, I know it's sort of a trick that could be played. Look at these great stories. I get it, but that's what Trump needs to be doing. Trump's not going to get any favors. With our media. They're going to do everything they can to take him down. So he's got to win these narratives. Look at this absolute chat. Unforced ego. $100. Says, I just got here, was watching the State of the Union on Sean's channel. Thought it was a good speech. Here's to keeping our country at least surviving, losing it for a bit. Here, here. Keep fighting another day. It was a damn good speech. Varangian Guardian, $5 says, I think this will help with the midterms, Rob. No. I mean, it can't hurt. I think that it was a positive speech. I do. But the midterms are a long way away. We're going to need to see results. See, what needs to happen, and this is what I don't understand. I get it. You can't do the State of the Union every night. That I get. But there ought to be weekly speeches for key people. Prime time announcing it on social media. Like 1 hour speeches. Rubio's going to give a speech. Gave an awesome speech. RFK is going to give a speech on what he's doing. Hegseth's going to give a speech. Bessenet's going to give a speech. We have so much of politics is still being done the old-fashioned way of having to go through the media. Fuck them. Bypass them. Go straight to the American people. They have the technology. You know? Now, Unforced Ego didn't say that 100 was for a whip. If he says no, then we're... Yeah, and I agree. It's going to come down to the economy. But the sad part is, so much of it is messaging. Yeah, rent is down for the first time in a long time. It is something they should be hampering on every week. Uterus Thief, $1. Thanks. Over in Rumble says, for the record, that's a great looking hat, Rob. The red, white, and blue motif. It's such a great combo. I haven't got one yet. Thanks for everything. Well, have we got news for you? You can head over to robnoerr.shop. And you too could get a hat like this. Or one of the gray ones. Shirts, except not in all those colors. Or hoodies. robnoerr.shop. There, the average wearing a hoodie. Fuck yeah. It's not about changing hardcore Democrat minds. I do need a back scratcher. You're right. It's about
back scratcher.
Yeah. It's about winning the people that are possibly moderate. Oh, okay, it was a different Mephisto painting. Yeah, this one does look even more like Schumer. It's funny. He just looks like a little goblin or something. I don't know. Here's some of Democrats, I think, before State of the Union rally.
I'm a mother. I am a physician, and I have a flag. And I am the proud representative for Oregon's 3rd Congressional District. Yes, thank you, thank you. And tonight, I defy Trump and his authoritarian project by standing in joyful, radical, peaceful resistance with the Portland Frog Brigade.
Is that like the Antifa group? They're about to go to an Antifa rally? That's the thing, right? Woo! Democrats did it. Yay! Fucking... I'm up here with the Antifa guys that dress... This sums up the Democrat response, I think. There you go. They did turn the frogs gay. Terrible. They did, didn't they? Let's hope we see J.D. Vance make some fucking progress on the corruption. All right. Well, Kirk Sent says, why does this guy feel the need to blow everyone's eardrums out? Turn down your volume, bro. Turn down your headset. I don't know. It's how I talk. I feel like Sam Jackson in the Sam Jackson beer. Not screaming. This is how I talk. Well, look at this. Our good friend, potentially criminal Sean. What is up, my friend? $10 says, we're going to make it. Long live the Republic. Christ is king. Thank you. Couldn't agree more, man. Oops. Or maybe he means average. He's talking about Ava Rice. His mic's way too loud. Oh. I was going to say, I know I'm a loud asshole. I can't help it. It's who I am. Ooh. I do owe a couple whip songs. I get it. Wasn't quite finished with the stream yet. It is midnight. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So I'll be doing a normal stream. I do believe that I'll be doing the extravaganza tomorrow. That is on the Rumble Crucible channel. So I should be on there with Jake Rattlesnake. Now, I have a story. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show, and I would need to get to, let's see, we're at 39%. We'll just round up to 40%. I would need to get to 80% of the goal. And I will tell you a story I have with visual aids. And this is not, well, I'm very humble. This is not a word I use lightly. But today, in public, your boy, robnoerr, was a hero. An absolute hero. But I'm going to hold back on the story unless we get to 80% of the goal. So, I got you, Kirk Sense. I'm going to hold back. It's a good story. You don't oftentimes get to hear about streaming. And I ain't using the word hero lightly. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. What's the civilian one? I can't get the Medal of Honor. It wasn't a military operation. The Presidential Freedom Award or whatever, though. Maybe. In line for it. Jay, thanks so much. $10 says. And Psycho Carrick, $5. I missed it. Can give your sum up in 2 cents in the actual speech. Christ is king. Thank you so much, Psycho Carrick. 89 out of 100. Very good. Used humor and things like that. Great emotional stories about people. Did great things illustrating the Democrats care more about illegal aliens, criticize Somalians, etc. So pretty good. It was not. This is way more impressive than Cat Out of the Tree. It's. I don't think we're going to get there. I don't think we're going to get to the donos necessary. So it's going to have to be a mystery. I'll have to save the story for another night. Maybe I'll talk about it in the extravaganza tomorrow. Uterus Thief Buck says visual aids. Thanks. Yes, visual aids. Truly heroic story, though. Yeah. Helped a little old lady across the street better. It's better than that. It's better. You know, you can't even imagine. I'd give you 1,000 guesses, and you'd never get it. Hellstorm, thanks much. $5 says, I nominate Wade Boggs for Normal America Medal of Free Donos. Ooh. Tell Mystery we said hi. He's off probably in a bottle of whiskey or some bullshit. What do Canadians drink for liquor?
We're actually on the grind right now, so we're on a 3-day crunch. So we're doing nothing but working for like the last. That's why you're not even seeing a lot of me.
Maybe you are. Mystery's getting drunk because Canada.
No, I'm serious.
What's up?
No, I'm being serious. We have a bunch of projects in the work right now, so we've been nothing but work and little sleep for the last 3 days straight. We got about 3 more left.
Canada lost. No mysteries. Mm-hmm.
And what's up with everybody thinking I'm Canadian? I'm from America, people.
I don't know. We need 800. We need 80%. That's $400. What are we voting on? The Wade Boggs for Normal America Medal of Free Donos. Is that where? Kirk Sense, $10 says, want to talk about your volume, Rob. But anyway, here's to the goal. I want story time. Oh, yeah, you were talking about Avarice's volume. I got it. Lost a hockey game and shit goes crazy. Yes. Thank you so much, Kirk. I appreciate it. Everybody thinks Avarice is Canadian. Maybe. GG, $2 says JD is VP in first ever war on Fraud Czar now. Amazing. Zach Gelpy, $10. What's up, man? Says, let's go, folks.
While we're waiting on Dono Bar to fill up, all of you guys that are on the Rob Noerr Discord, if you go down to the Avarice Special tab, you can join the Fantasy League for this year's F1 Fantasy League for Rob Noerr's channel, with all of us competing in the F1 Fantasy League for, bragging rights of the Discord. So I've put the link in there. So everybody here, if you don't know how to get it, just send me a DM and I can send you the code. And if you want to join this year's F1 Fantasy and be a part of the Norian family that's involved, hit that link.
How about that? Over in Rumble, $1. Uterus Sleep again says, I second the idea of the Norbiters Award, system and ceremony. Would be just good, plain, non-homoerotic fun. We hope. I planned on doing something like that when I get to 25,000 subs. I really did. So that is a plan that I have. Now, everybody's streaming, huh? Timcast on, Destiny on, Rhetorically Defective on. He rated over earlier. Canadians love poutine. Is that true? Yes, that's true. I knew that. The raid tonight. We're not leaving yet. But if we do raid over now, it would be to... Jeez, let's see. Oh, let's see. Our good friend only a Mr. Bill. I know, we didn't do the whip song yet. I get it. Intel Wop, $5 says, Robert, boy did pretty well tonight. I thought so. I know. I was holding off on the whip song because everybody knows they're going to fucking leave when I start playing them. So I was holding off as long as possible. I owe 2 of them. So, all right. Yeah, EOD has screwed us over royally. Oh, that's definitely true. All right. Here we go. Some garbage bullshit. Power metal, disco, Latin rock. Nice. Oh, for crying out loud. 4 minutes? A load of shit.
We don't wanna go to war today, but the Lord of the Last says we're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Fuck! Fuck! I hope everyone's happy. All right. Did I miss any tonos? My goodness. Kirk sends $10. If anyone leaves doing whip songs, they're Democrats. Oh, shit! There you go. See, I should be saying shit like that. Oh, one more. Goodness gracious. Well, we had this one the other day. All right. You know, it's crazy. When I get my new computer, I'm going to have to re-download all these songs. I just realized that. Amazing. Another 3 minutes. Gosh.
It's going to take forever for you to do all that downloading. I just thought about that.
Enjoy, I guess, or not.
Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the Lash says nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a on the back says we're gonna fight. We're gonna march all day and night and more. For we are the slaves of the Dark Lord's war. Where there's a
saw a friend of the show, Pisco. Anyone want to guess what his grade for Trump's speech was? Take a guess. What do you think Pisco gave Trump's speech? Anyone have a guess? What would he rate Trump's speech? Now, let me give you a clue. It's not going to be positive. You know that, right? We got F minus, Z minus, F, -1 out of 10, -50, 3, 5, 0 out of 10, D minus, -5. You're on the right track. Pisco gives it double F minus. I mean, come on. Yeah, fucking take these people seriously. What the fuck are you talking about? I could, look, if you're a Democrat and you watch me, I have a bias. So if I see a Biden speech, you're going to think probably I graded it lower than what, but I ain't going to say double F minus. It's so fucking stupid. Just stupid. Why would you, it's just so dumb. Who are you trying to convince yourself? No, it's double F minus, the worst thing ever. It's the worst. It literally, caused me physical pain in my ears. That's how bad it was. Okay, dude. Fucking stupid. Anyways, our good friend Mr. B, who's excellent, says, sorry, Rob. Thank you for your kind donation. It does mean a lot. It helps pay the bills. I do appreciate, although I hate these damn songs. All right. This one makes me laugh a little at the end where they're having a fake AI talk with the audience. It makes me laugh. So here we go. Oh, no, wrong. Where am I at? Here we go.
Weather. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, weather. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, weather. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the last says, nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, oh, there's a whip. Left, right, left, whip. Oh, there's a whip. Left, right, left, whip. Oh, there's a whip. Left, right, left. Oh, there's a whip. Left, right, a crack on the back says we're gonna fight. We're gonna march all day and night and more. For we are the slaves of the Dark Lord's war. Whoa! Let's bang me now! Hey, that's what?
This is the best.
We did it. Oh my goodness. Painful. Absolutely painful. Brutal! A brutal showing there. I gotta say, you guys have no idea how much I appreciate you. Even, especially, the Wade Boggs and Mr. B's and Unforced Egos of the world that torture me with whip songs. You guys are the best. Really are. Every one of you that support me. It means so much. It really does. And I'm very happy that I'm afforded the opportunity to do this for a living. And I hope that my commentary adds something to you all's week. Whether it be knowledge or entertainment, good looks, whatever it may be. But it really does. You have no idea, man. Formerly, my job would have me away from my family every night. 4 nights a week. I guess not every night. And so, so nice to get to spend evenings with them, even if they're asleep by the time I get downstairs. In truth, my son's going to bed around 8 o'clock, so I'm usually up with him until he goes to bed. But, hellstorm. Waiting for a 1776 check. I still got to file my taxes. It's going to be a hard year for me because this is the first year where it's not just standard deduction, W-2 stuff. So, but I'll figure it out. So, but you guys are the best. So, maybe you come to support chair. That's fine too. Mr. E's trying to make me get rid of this chair because he says it's creaky. The rotten bastard.
He wants to get rid of the chair. I'm calling him.
Yeah.
I'm literally calling him tonight.
He's always on these shows. He's like, when are you going to get rid of that creaky chair?
Oh,
you showed me his chair the other day. Yeah, it's true story.
We're not going to get rid of chair.
Yeah.
If anything, we're going to stuff it and put it in the corner.
Fucking Andrew's going to hire chair and replace Mr. E. He feels the heat. That's why he wants it gone.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, audience, you have a good night. I'm going to head on out. I got a ton of work to do tonight. He looks like he's closing up shop. So it's good to see you guys. Best audience and best chat in the biz.
Thank you, Ambers. Really appreciate it. So I'll remind you all that I should... Oh, 1 second. Uterus Thief over on Rumble, another $1. Says, which style should the Trump cabinet sing at least part of the next State of the Union address? Should definitely include lyrical format to contain where there's a whip, there's a way reference. How about classic country? Right? So tomorrow, regular scheduled show around 10 p.m. Eastern. Should be doing the extravaganza unless things come up around 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Thursday, no prep debate between 8 and 9 p.m. on Speakeasy's channel. You'll also be able to find it here. Remember to go to robnoerr.shop. That's robnoerr.shop for all of your merch needs. You want a cool hat like this. You know it. Without the fucking 41-year-old pimples on the forehead. What the fuck is up with that? The fuck's happening to me? I'm grimy. The fuck's happening? I'm just too damn attractive, so my body's like, whoa, is a defense mechanism. Throwing pimples out my forehead. What the fuck's happening? There you go. Debates prep for me. I don't prep for that. I try. Puberty. Finally. My high pitch. I'll be on here by next week. Like, sup, motherfuckers. Welcome to America's show, Rob Noor. Blow these motherfuckers out of the water. For real. Finally hit a little puberty. I'll try my best, Stress from not enough whip songs. There's some big stuff coming up here. I think you'll see. I hope you're all mightily impressed. In the next week or two, I think there's going to be some big stuff, some of which I'm a part of, others than I'm not. But I'm very happy for some of my friends for having some big opportunities coming up. So look for that. There's also some quite humorous stuff going on behind the scenes. Someday we'll be able to talk about it. Pretty funny stuff going on behind the scenes. But I thank God every day for my wonderful family. For this wonderful life, and I really do appreciate all of you. So thank you so much. It makes it fun. And just every day's a pleasure, man. I love waking up and doing this for a living and hanging out with my family. It's great. Hanging downstairs. I follow this guy. Here. I knew I had a question. I want to ask you guys a question. What do you guys think of the interviews? I do collaborations with Ryan Mullally. I like Ryan. I love doing that show with Ryan, but it doesn't get a lot of views compared to my regular show. I don't know why. Well, I know people want to see me debate and they like to hear me rant, but I like doing interviews. And I thought about, what if I reach out to some people that maybe in a non-political way, but have YouTube content? Then we just talk about that. Caleb has a knife channel. I think it'd be cool to just bring Caleb on. We don't even have to talk about politics. Talk about knives. Wouldn't that be cool? Or, some of the videos I watch are like, I follow this guy. He doesn't have a big following, but I think he's cool. He does like old Tales from the Crypt. He analyzes old episodes from that show and stuff. I like that. Wouldn't that be neat? I think. Maybe my audience would hate it. But that dude probably wouldn't like my politics, but I'd be like, oh, no, it's not talk about politics. Come on to talk about, here's my favorite Tales from the Crypts. How'd you get into this? Like, what did you recommend to us? Just like an hour. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, if you like knives, go over to Caleb's channel. Over there at Caleb1776. It's a great channel. Tons of fucking content there. I like to put shit on that like when I'm just driving around. When I got like a 2-hour drive to the, airport or something. So I'm sorry to hear that, Caleb. You've been in the hospital. But I'm glad you'll be back, man. You're going to get better. Yeah, I think a lot of people, like my favorite chess streamers, this guy, Ginger GM. I think I might be able to get him on the show with my numbers. He might hate my politics and be like that, but I would just assure him, like, look, I'm not saying you'd have to co-sign on my politics. We wouldn't talk about politics at all. We'd just talk about chess and being a chess streamer. Like some fun party stories. Ginger GM seems like he's a dude that likes partying. So I think it'd be neat. So I might try to work that out. We're setting up the process. We're getting the new computer, and then once we get that, we're going to start to make changes. Not all for the better, I hope. It's not going to be less content. It'll be more content. So I think people will be pleased with it. So I'm in a fucking great mood. I don't know what it is. I'm in a great mood. Yesterday's show, America, State of the Union, pretty positive tonight, I thought. I'm digging it. I'm putting off dealing with this fucking grooming report from the UK that's enough to make you puke, but yeah, I mean, there are plans. We've talked about sort of doing in-person stuff like at colleges and what have. That might be something that you see like me or other people in the Crucible doing eventually. There are problems with that. You got to be concerned about security and things like that. Uterus Steve, thanks for the bucks. His interviews are fantastic, but I humbly suggest taking super chats intermittently in between. On the Tales from Crypt thing sounds awesome. Knives too, thank you. Yeah, we would do that. And we would definitely super chats that he had as questions. I put Caleb's channel out there. The channel I was talking about with the Tales from the Crypts, the guy's name is Busby the Grim. I enjoy him. He's only got like 9,000 followers. You should check it out. He just kind of like, he'll go over an episode of Tales from the Crypt, and then he'll give you a couple interesting facts. Oh, the actor that played this, said that they wanted to play the role like blah, blah, blah. I enjoyed the channel. I think he has a good voice for it, too. Just my opinion. The guy has no idea who I am. I've never heard him talk politics or anything. I have no idea. Nor do I want to harm his channel if he's like, well, I don't want to be associated with this maniac guy out there debating lefties all the time. Get it? I get that. It's not for everyone. Totally understand. Thank you all for your generous donations tonight. I'm going to go to bed, is what I'm going to do. We're going to raid over to the great Only a Mr. Bill. You gotta watch out for Only a Mr. Bill. Sometimes his cousin pops on. What's his cousin's name? Trantifa Bill. Watch out for him, man. That guy's a maniac. He's a real menace. So, thank you so much to Avarice, my editor, Black Elk, all of my fantastic moderators. They're the best. Crucible Rumble channel tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. I should be doing the extravaganza. Tomorrow night around 10 p.m., doing my regular show. We'll talk about fallout from the State of the Union. There's a lot of stories to talk about in Canada, a lot of stories to talk about in the United Kingdom, which I think is important because to me, that shows the direction our country will head if we don't steer the ship correctly. So we can talk about that stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. All right. You heard his name mentioned tonight. Oh, real quick. Another new account, $2 says, is there a boy band in sync version? Someone make it. Oh, well, it's $200 to make a new whip song. So listen, you heard Charlie Kirk mention the evil that his family went through, never experienced having children growing up without a father. Arena was brought up tonight. Never forget those two. Never forget it. And how the left celebrated and made excuses or basically implied that Kirk deserved it. But as Trump said, one of the silver linings is he saw so many people turn to Christ after that moment. So don't forget it. Remember how you felt in that moment. Take a moment to say a prayer for Charlie and his family. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you all tomorrow. And as always, have a good one.
Only in America is it possible to say, you know what, I don't like the way the country is going, and to do something about it. Take that risk. Take that leap of faith. Stay involved. Trust God and act obediently. Romans 12:2 verse. That God will use all things for good for those who love him. It's bigger than you. I want you to remember that. It is bigger than you. It's bigger than me. You are here to make somebody else's life better, the pursuit of liberty and freedom. You know what gives me strength? The hundreds of thousands of you that say, Charlie, keep going.
1 Corinthians 5 and 15. So that's all pretty amazing evidence, not just intra-biblical evidence, but extra-biblical evidence that Jesus Christ was a real person. He lived a perfect life. He was crucified, died, and rose on the third day, and he is Lord and God of all.